Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of SpongeBob Now. Today, I will be talking about yours, mine, and cracked crabs. First, I'm going to talk about yours, mine. Enjoy. The episode begins on one day at the Krusty Krab, where Patrick orders a Krusty Kid's meal, but since he does not have any money, SpongeBob has to pay for it. He agrees to share it with SpongeBob at first. Patrick knows that sharing is fun, or at least says it, but does not save any of the meal for him. Patrick then wants his money back because his meal did not come with a toy again despite the fact that SpongeBob paid for it and not Patrick. Mr. Krabs inserts some straws and pickle eyes on a Krabby Patty and calls it a Krabby Patty-shaped toy. SpongeBob falls in love with it, naming it Patty Pal. Patrick then reminds SpongeBob that they are sharing this meal, ignoring that he ate it all himself, and takes Patty Pal, then tells SpongeBob that he can have it back at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Patrick is still unable to let SpongeBob play with Patty Pal. As they both go home, Patrick chooses to let SpongeBob play with Patty Pal tomorrow, and SpongeBob declares that Patrick will be asleep, and not get to play with Patty Pal, but Patrick dances with Patty Pal all night. SpongeBob wakes up and goes over to get the toy, but Patrick makes excuses not to come out. SpongeBob pretends to walk away, but fails to get Patrick to give him Patty Pal. Patrick whines and does not believe that it is fair that SpongeBob wants the toy. He tries to be diplomatic and suggests that they each get a day with it, but Patrick refuses. SpongeBob asks him if he can keep it for a shorter time, but Patrick refuses again, and continues refusing to SpongeBob's continually decreasing offers until SpongeBob finally takes the toy, deciding that they trade off every second. Unfortunately, even when they do that, Patrick still looks physically pained to part with the toy for even a second, so he takes the toy and runs away, which makes them begin to fight. SpongeBob and Patrick run into Squidward's house, then go to Sandy's tree dome without water helmets on. Sandy tries to help them, but they dry out and run out of her tree dome gasping for water. When they feel better, they begin to fight again, and roll onto a bus, a subway, a taxi, and eventually back into the Krusty Krab. Patrick yells that if he cannot have it, then no one can, and eats Patty Pal in one bite in front of SpongeBob, who starts to cry before Mr. Krabs comes out to see what is going on. SpongeBob and Patrick complain to Mr. Krabs, who stops their argument saying that they should be ashamed for letting a toy get in the way of their friendship. After that, Mr. Krabs lets them each have a new Patty Pal toy so that they call it even and finally end their feud, but they have to pay for it. Patrick replies that he will pay, but pulls out and steals SpongeBob's wallet to pay. SpongeBob tells him that it is his wallet, with Patrick asking him if he has learned nothing about sharing, as the episode ends. Next, I'm going to talk about cracked crabs. Enjoy. In the beginning of the episode, SpongeBob starts his day at work by making kelp fries. Mr. Krabs calls him for a meeting in his office. He tells SpongeBob about the cheapest crab award and that he has been nominated and is excited to hear that he is taking him to the awards ceremony. SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs take the cheapest form of transportation possible, traveling through mail at the cost of a 1-cent stamp. They meet up with the other crabs at a hotel, only to find out that one of them, such as Fancy McGee, did not spend a thing on their travel. Mr. Krabs teaches SpongeBob his first lesson about cheapness by giving the bellhop a tip, a quarter with a string attached to it, and then pulling it away from him. SpongeBob tries the same routine, only to fail. The two meet up again with the other crabs in time for the ceremony. A video of the nominees is shown, and Mr. Krabs gets worried about the competition. He asks SpongeBob to go up on the stage and exaggerate about him being cheap. SpongeBob gets confused and thinks he should lie, which he does by telling everyone that Mr. Krabs is generous, getting him disqualified from winning the award. Afterward, Mr. Krabs cries about his loss, but SpongeBob tells him about exaggerating, and Mr. Krabs becomes interested. The two begin exaggerating everything in their room, taking items and putting them in their suitcases. When they're back in the lobby, their suitcases are increased in size and overpressurized. The suitcases eventually can't handle the pressure and explode, revealing that Mr. Krabs stole a whole room, and as a result, he wins the award. However, the award is connected to a string like the quarter Mr. Krabs gave to the bellhop, and it is snagged out of his hands. He gives SpongeBob a playful hand chop as the episode ends. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Goodbye everyone.